What's up? Working on brake master cylinder. Here we go. So the firewall's been cut out and we have made a new piece here. Actually two new pieces, so it's only tacked in place right now. It's at a 3/16 that piece and that piece is. Everything else will be 18 gauge, 16 gauge, something of that nature. That is the main structure of it. There you go. So I've got a lot of little pieces to box all of this in. And that, I'm guessing that is the solenoid pump or something over there. But yeah, and then our brake rods right here, there's about whatever that measurement is between the steering orbital and this. I'm gonna have to make a pedal assembly that comes off of here. So that's gonna be fun. But let's get all this boxed in first. There we have it. Probably the most complicated thing I have made on the buggy. It's all tacked in place. Now it's time to weld it together. I did make a brace over here. This guy right here will get welded on the back side, so it's doubled up. Yeah, there you go. It's in there. Well, Saturday show to have going on. Don't remember what I showed you guys the past few days, but got the brake master cylinder in with the firewall. Now we're working on the pedal assembly. Let me show you my drawing here. All right, here you go. Drawings of a madman. So I had a bolt up through there. I don't know where it fell somewhere, actually. It's under there. But that sits there. The Hydro Boost here moves 1.5 inches. A little Sharpie mark, I just end up pressing it in. So I need it to move 1.5 inches there. A bunch of trig later. Thank you for a college course for actually being used. The only college course I really ever use. Top pivot points up there. You can see all my random drawings. Pretty much I want my pedal to travel 4 inches at the most. The gas pedal, the E pedal up in there travels 3.5 inches. So 4 inches of total travel, like bottoming out. I should really only use about 2 to 3. That last inch is for reserve. So I want that there. Center of pedal measured all the way up. I can't remember measurements. I think it's 18 from there to there. That has to travel 4 inches. Bunch of trig stuff later allows that to there to travel 1.5 inches. Yay, math. So now I have to turn my drawing of a madman into an actual product with the plasma table and the laptop. But first we have to make the upper mount. So as you can see, it's kind of sitting right on the edge of tubes because it's that little black dot on the cardboard right there. What you're saying, I'm like, if your dash is sitting like this, then how are you gonna make your mount? Well, this section of the dash is gonna come straight back and then straight down. And then this flat panel right here on the dash, I'll make out of Lexan or polycarbonate, because Lexan's a brand name. Make it out of polycarbonate. And then behind that, I'm gonna have my ultra gauge where I can display 6 figures at once from the ECU. Let me know the health of that and trans temp and all that stuff. Ultra gauge isn't waterproof, but if we make it this, polycarbonate, silicone it all up, it'll be in a waterproof area. And it allows that to be higher. And that section right there is actually the highest point when I look out and me sitting in it, that right there is still about that much lower than my side of view. So we have a plan. Now we just have to do it. So here we go. All right, so here we go. This right here, 1 3/4 tubes, boom. 3-inch difference in rise, boom. That pivot point, which is the top of the cardboard right there, is 6 inches. I drew that line, but 6 inches from center there, which means 4 from there because that's 10 inches. And we take that all the way over here to our computer, we come up with this. They are the same. So 1 3/4 tube, 1 3/4 tube, 6, 4 from there, that point to there is 6 inches in there. Anyway, it's drawing a line. That bolt hole's gonna get deleted in a second. I'm just gonna use, I think this is a 3/8 bolt for all these. So slotted holes there, so it'll allow the whole bracket to shift forward and back. This is the top pivot point, and then we'll make a negative of this for the other mount, and it will be slotted up and down. So the top pivot point I can adjust up, down, left, and right, wherever I want the pedal to land on the floor. Let's cut it out with some of this test. I believe this is like some scrap 18 gauge I had left over from another shop. We'll cut one of them out there, make sure it fits. If it fits, we'll print 2 of them out of probably 3/16 and go from there. All right, edit that. Before I started cutting, I realized that bolt is the top pivot of the whole pedal assembly, and if I need to move it, it has to have room to move. So that's a 1.2 inch slots. So move that out. So if that bolt center there, center there, center there, center there, the same way with the up and down, needs to move 1.2 inches, it now has the room, and then increase the radius down there just for strength. Okay. Boom, there we go. Fits in there perfectly. So we'll take and just leave that for now. That file is saved. Now let's draw up the up and down adjustment part. That is also the actual pivot point for that. All right, so use that piece, drew over it to make this piece. I'm gonna use a 1/2 inch bolt as the pivot bolt. I cut out a 0.48 inch hole. Plasma slightly cuts it over, so that's perfectly a 1/2 inch hole now. 1/2 inch bolt fits in it really tight. Boom, opposite, opposite. There you go. Focus this in. There, I can go up, down, left, and right with the 4 holes. There we go. Loosely bolted together with all the thin stuff. Yeah. Pedal assembly. Kind of see what we're going for now. Glad I mocked it up because pull that bolt out of there. That's got to go back 1.5 inches, but that hits the firewall. So what I need to do is measure from there back 1.5 inches, make sure that doesn't hit. If it does hit, then we need to redraw that with less of a curve. Let me measure that. All right, so revision number 3. 1, 2, 3. Move that bolt down 1/4 inch. So you can see the rod is slightly down. Halfway through the travel, the rod is straight. Top or the bottom of the travel, the rod is up about the same angle. It only has to go that deep, which is 1.25 inches. Got the single shear thing right now, just held in with clamps on both sides. I sat in the seat, put the seat back in, and pedal feels great. It's in line with the gas pedal. I'll have to make an actual pedal. When that pedal bottoms out, the gas pedal bottoms out at 4 inches, so does The brake pedal bottoms out at 4 inches. The adjustments are centered up, down, left, and right. And the back of the pedal arm is about 1/8 of an inch from the firewall, which is about perfect. If it ever has to go more, we just adjust the pedal there, because that moves that way and up and down. Perfect. And let me walk around this lift right here. The pedals are perfectly in line and equal off of the steering wheel. So my feet aren't like kicked side to side. They're both perfectly straight. Both knees at full pedal extension on both. Both knees aren't locked. When I'm just riding around, my knees are bent, comfortable position. So let's make that from a single shear to a double shear, and also cut it out of 3/16 at the same time. Get the pedal assembly done today. All right, got them all nested in together. Plate ready to go. Set on 3/16. Press play, and we wait. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, got it bolted together. Kind of snug, but not welded in yet. Obviously, all this will get welded, but you kind of see what we got going on. Those are not square because everything's loose, but kind of get the idea. Now, we've got to make all the braces that hold those two pedal arms parallel with each other and reinforced. End up not cutting it out of 3/16. Thought that was a little overkill. Cut it out of a gauge material. I don't know what it is off the top of my head right now, but it works. I just put my foot on it again, pressed it. That goes in for nothing welded together. Those flipping around, it's pretty dang solid. It kind of clicks itself in on the tubes. So there you go. I like it. I think it looks pretty sick. Kind of thinking I'm just gonna clear coat it because I hit it with the flap wheel, so kind of stands out. Well, there we go. It's all done, tacked in place. It works. I'm gonna take it back out, fully weld it. I think I'm gonna leave it raw. I'm just gonna grind down, and you can see all the penetration stuff from the welds in the backside. I'll grind it all down when it's all said and done. I think I'm just gonna clear coat it. Look kind of cool. There you go. But it is 14:55, so 2:55, almost 3 o'clock. Finished welding this up, but I'm gonna call this it for the video. Thanks you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.